uh, Mr. Sharath Kumar. So, ladies and gentlemen, um, please welcome Mr. Sharath Kumar. Yeah, Mr. Sharath Kumar, can you join? Yeah, are you able to? Good day, Mr. Sharath. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, we are able to hear. So, Sharath sir, so we are unable to hear voice, sir. Will you please check it once?
Your mic might be in mute, Mr. Sharath. So meanwhile, just Mr. Sharath join and start his session. I would like to say that stay tuned in YouTube channel live and post your questions. The program is live until 6 p.m. today. Uh, so there is a limitation with the LinkedIn live telecast. So after that, that the live telecast can get disconnected. Live streaming can disconnected in LinkedIn, but YouTube channel is one which will be there until 6 p.m. Okay. So yeah, any difficulty? The screen. Priti, Mr. Rashad is joining.
So, 1 minute, sir. Some technical glitch is coming from there.
Okay, no.
Sharath
Yeah,
Kumar sir side.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, he's
So
once joining. Just 1 minute.
okay.
Hi, sir. Will you please speak once again? This.
Mr. Sharath, good afternoon. Can you hear us?
Again.
അതുകൊണ്ട് ഇങ്ങനെ വെക്കണം അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ലാപ്ടോപ്പിൽ ഇത് പ്രസൻറ്റേഷൻ
Can you check Jyoti? Is that you can connect from mobile also. It is not a major challenge.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm just guiding. Sir.
You have enough time. Just to give you a very quick briefing what happened so far. Today we had three sessions. One session from Sundar Raj. He explained about DEI today. And then we had a very nice session from Simin. Then we talk about food strategy today. Mr. Sharath, are you able to hear us? Because we cannot hear you. Please try to unmute in case.
Sharath sir, you want to allow your mic and camera, sir, so that your yesterday we have connected, right, sir? Same likewise. So
Yesterday, right? Jyoti?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. We had a mock session yesterday, sir, with the Sharath sir.
Okay, no problem. No problem. We'll have a couple of minutes. Later.
Rejoin the meeting.
Just stay tuned for a couple of minutes. Mr. Sharath is joining, so he has some technical difficulty. Keep this slide, Jyoti. Let it be there. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I just shared the sir's presentation,
Yeah. Yeah.
but we are unable to hear his voice, so that he.
Can he join from his mobile at least?
Yes, yes, sir.
Share the link of restream to his mobile. Then from mobile he can join and we can share the screen. Just all he need to do is open the link, okay, the restream link. Just join as a guest. That's very important.
Sorry, audience. Just 1 minute, please. He has some technical glitch.
Hello, Mr. Sharath, are you able to hear us? Just take the link and join from the mobile. That's very simple. Hello, Mr. Sharath Garu. Can you hear us? So all what we need to do is just when you log in, you just enable mic and speaker from your side. Can I call you if you have still difficulty?
Now it's coming. Yeah, we can. You can stop the WhatsApp. You can stop the WhatsApp. But yeah. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, sir, we can hear you.
Hello.
We can hear you. We can hear
Yeah.
you.
Now. Yeah. Yeah. Got it. Got it. Now it is done.
Yeah.
Done.
So before your introduction, I'll just stop sharing the PPT, sir. Okay, you will be on video. One
Yeah.
minute.
So
I'm extremely sorry, sir, for the network issue.
okay, so just a quite stay for a few minutes. Let me introduce, and also we'll take it up. It's okay. So we lose for a few minutes, but it's okay now. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, sorry for the inconvenience. We had difficulty in connection. It happens. So no problem. We have time. So you can take that as the same time as it is. So I would like to invite Mr. Adapa Sharath Kumar to give a lecture on Beyond ROI, why the future of HR belongs to ROE. So let me give a quick round of introduction. Mr. Sharath Kumar is an seasoned board advisor and governance leader with over 3 decades of experience in enterprise leadership, institutional building, and strategic transformation. He worked closely with boards, founders, and promoters to strengthen governance, guide relationship through transition, and enable long-term value creation. So his expertise spans board effectiveness, succession planning, risk and compliance, ESG, and promoter professional alignment across Indian and global organizations. Welcome to you, sir, Mr. Sharath Kumar. Uh, yeah, Jyoti, you can share the screen, and then over to you, sir. Please, it's your time now.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you once again, and I'm extremely sorry for the network issue over there. I'm extremely happy and be privileged to be part of this global summit on HR, and it's great that, and of course, great audience also to be in this. Uh, yeah, Jyoti, next slide, please. Yeah. So today we'll talking about the topic on beyond ROI, why the future of HR belongs to ROE. So we are instead of course, everybody knows ROI, return on investment, and we will be talking about return on effort, engagement, all this. So, so let me begin with a simple observation. Most organizations today are exceptionally good at measuring money, cash, but they are far less capable of understanding people. We speak fluently about ROI, return on investment, yet we often struggle to explain why similar investments produce very different outcomes across organizations. The session is about that gap. I want to suggest that while ROI will always matter, it is no longer enough. The future of HR and leadership belongs to something deeper. Return on effort. Because money can be allocated, but effort has to be earned. Next slide, please. HR has historically been a highly measured function. Like we generally, what all we measure generally is cost per hire or attrition percentages, engagement scores, training spend, all important. They're all important, but they are actually very incomplete. HR is responsible for the most complex variable in any organization, that is, human behavior. Yet it is often evaluated through the simplest numbers. Albert Einstein once said, not everything that can be counted counts. HR's challenge today is not measurement, it is meaning. What do these numbers really tell us about commitment, ownership, or leadership quality? Next slide, please. Return on investment, ROI, is very necessary. but it is very incomplete. So let me be very clear. ROI is essential, but essential because it brings discipline, it brings accountability, it protects capital. But ROI assumes predictability. Human systems are not predictable. Two teams, you may give them the same investment, same strategy, same incentives, and yet vastly different results. ROI tells us what we spent, but it rarely tells us why performance varies. That's why it sits outside the spreadsheet. Next slide, please. Uh, what ROI cannot see, let's get into that. And I remember what Mr. Roger Enrico said once: the soft stuff is the hard stuff. Roger Enrico is the ex PepsiCo, the global CEO, was the global CEO of PepsiCo. ROI cannot see discretionary effect, it cannot see emotional commitment, it cannot see cultural energy. These are often dismissed as soft. But as Roger Enrico, soft stuff is the hard stuff. Execution is not a mechanical act, it is a human one. When people give only what is contractually required, performance plateaus. When they give effort voluntarily, performance compounds. ROI captures outcomes. It does not capture human intensity. Next slide, please. Return on effort. What is ROE? That is return on effort engagement or engagement, you can say. Return on effort asks a different question. How much of themselves are people willing to give? Not just time, but thinking. Not just compliance, but ownership. Not just presence, but care. Effort is not an input, but our when but if effort is not an input and it is a multiplier. And unlike capital, effort cannot be commanded. It can only be earned. Next slide, please. ROI and ROE represent two very different leadership philosophies. That's why I put up ROI versus ROE. ROI is transactional, ROE is relational. ROI buys compliance, ROI earns commitment. As very beautifully Richard Branson, the founder CEO of Virgin Atlantic, said once, train people well enough so they can leave, treat them well so enough that so they don't want to leave at all. That sentence is not about generosity, it is about strategic effort economics. Next slide, please. Why HR must own ROE now? Finance will always own ROI, and rightly so, but ROE belongs to HR because HR is shaped by leadership behavior, cultural signals, psychological safety, meaning at work. These are not financial constructs, they are human systems. Let me share a personal experience here. I was promoted to business unit head for a state called on the AP, now erstwhile AP, at some 25 years ago, when I was just 27 years old at VIP Industries, a company known for being extremely conservative in the promotions. My bosses did not promote me because of one quarter sales or one year annual sales numbers. They promoted me because they saw potential, judgment, and leadership bandwidth. That was ROE in action, recognizing effort and potential before outcomes fully materialized. And that recognition changed how much effort I was willing to give. Next slide, please. Content versus context. Most organizations respond to problems by adding content. More policies, more frameworks, more process. But people do not respond to content. They respond to context. Peter Drucker warned us long ago: culture eats strategy for breakfast. So context tells people whether it is safe to speak, safe to try, safe to fail, and safe to care. Next slide, please. Content is what, context is why. Content answers what to do, context answers why it matters. The same policy under two leaders produces two completely different realities. The leader is the context, and context determines whether effort expands or collapses. Next slide, please. Effort is highly sensitive to context. In high trust environments, people stretch. In fear based environments, people protect themselves. So Marcus Beckham put it very bluntly, the famous author and motivational speaker. People don't quit jobs; they quit managers. Minimum compliance is not laziness; it is a rational response to poor context. Next slide, please. This is where HR must evolve from policy custodian to context architect, from enforcing rules to enabling leadership behavior. HR's future credibility will not come from better dashboards, but from better leadership environments. Next slide, please. So I'll give you a very personal case of mine that was an ROE in action. And let me share it's a very second personal example which I'm sharing with you, which resonates with me, keep on resonates me. I'm a co-founder and executive director of a company that started in January 2010 with just three people. We were just three founders over there. From day one, we operated on ROE principles, not because it was fashionable, but because it was necessary for us. We adopted work from home in 2010, long before it entered corporate vocabulary. We focused on recognition, trust, and autonomy. Today, after 16 years and 1 month, yeah, 2 months rather, we are in, we last year we clocked around 125 crore in revenue in INR, and you can say it in US dollars, it's 15 million US dollars. We started with three people. Today we have 56 people across the globe, and consistent double-digit EBITDA and net profit since last 10 years. And most importantly, which I'm extremely proud of, is zero attrition after 16 years. So within all these 16 years, 2 months, all those people who have joined us, nobody has left us. That is the best I feel the achievement which I feel very proud about it as a small startup. This is not accidental actually. It is the compound effect of earned effort actually. So next slide, please. ROE should not be over measured. That's the hazard I can tell you. I can tell you the health hazard, the caveat. The moment our effort feels monitored, it disappears. Instead, ROE is a sense through signals: ownership, voluntary contribution, peer accountability, leadership credibility. Measure signals, not souls. Next slide, please. The biggest myth. One of the most damaging myths in management is this: people work hard because they are paid. Well, Simon Sinek reminds us that purpose is the ultimate motivator. Money buys attendance, meaning earns effort. This is not ideology, it is lived organizational reality. Closing question. That ends my PowerPoint. I am ready to have any closing question. And before the closing question, let me close the question with that will define the future of HR. Are we optimizing investment or are we earning effort? Because the organizations that win tomorrow will not be the ones that spend the most. They will be the ones that inspire people to give their best. So I'm open to the question and answers, please.
Sir,
Thank you.
so you have a few more minutes actually. So can we just talk more about ROE
Yeah,
so
return
that
on effort.
we can really understand in a more, because it's something very rarely we hear. Okay,
Yes, yes,
can you
yes,
explain
yes.
what is ROE I mean,
Sir,
from layman's
ROE,
terms.
yeah, ROE, I understand that. The ROE comes from the philosophy that content is king, but context is kingdom. So generally, I'll give you an example. Generally, what happens, most of the promotions or whatever happens, people look at sales numbers or whatever numbers, whatever KPIs they are supposed to do in a year. If they have done something and done, so people generally, because of they are high scoring high on KPIs, so they are giving, that is basically a content actually. That is content. Numbers are purely a content, but we don't look at, but what is context? Context is at that particular person, whether he or she, under what circumstances they are working in that. What were when you say that, I would say I can give you an example of being a big cricketing fan, passionate cricketing fan. I will give you a cricketing analogy. There are batsmen who are good at means playing when the pitches are bouncy, like in England or Australia or South Africa. Their pitches are very bouncy. They are very good at playing it there. But there are people who are very good at playing in subcontinent pitches in India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, or Pakistan. So the pitches are very flat over there. That's where the spinners rule the roost. But there are people, of course, there are people who are good. There are batsmen who can play anywhere in the world. So that is okay. That is fine. But when you say somebody is good or bad, you have to look at what context he is good or bad. What
Context.
was his environment, where he is looking at. So that is the problem with most of the organizations. I can tell you, I've served some 30 years in corporate world, and I've been a consultant for so many organizations on strategy, on HR, on marketing, on so many things, on management. Most of the organizations suffer with this because they what you call, they promote celebrity performers, you can say. I would put it this way. If somebody is performing very well in 1 year, just take the case of a sales itself. If somebody has done very well in 1 year, people will make him a celebrity, and straight away they believe that this guy is a leadership material. That is a basic problem, and they put it once they realize. And 99%, 90% rather, not 99, 90% of the times, you end up the entire spoiling the apple cart, because the great what you call great player or great what you call great sales guy may not be a great leadership material. It's a proven fact across the,
Correct,
you
correct.
take across,
Totally
yeah,
agree.
yeah, it's a proven fact. You take across the world, you take across the different, either whether it is in sports, whether it is in businesses. I'm a great example of myself. I can give you my own example actually. When in my case, when when I was working VIP industries at a very young age, I was promoted actually, and I was at that year I was not, when the year I was promoted, I was not the highest. I didn't do any highest sales numbers, but all credit to my bosses at VIP. I don't know what they saw me. They took me what I call, they took me the bet on me that I have all the scope and the potential to be a great leadership material, which I myself was not sure about it actually, frankly. At that particular age, when I was just 27 years of old and heading a business unit in a state of called Andhra, I mean state of AP Telangana, both things together. I'm talking about somewhere around 1997, 2000, 1999, 2000, some nearly, yeah, you can say 26 years back. So my bosses were very futuristic, you can say, and that was something. And they were very conservative in terms of course, VIP itself was very conservative in terms of giving promotions at a very young age, but they went against the tide and they gave me, and that changed the entire way my career took the turning point. So I can give you my own example. That's what I'm saying. So this is where the context comes. So this ROE, the whole philosophy comes from content is king, but of course we like content, but the context is the kingdom. You have to understand under what circumstances, what environment people are working, why somebody has failed and why somebody has not failed, why somebody is very good at it. It might be the reason. The leadership might be the reason. The same manager under one somebody else good flourishes and somebody doesn't flourish at all. But there might be some chemistry mismatch in terms of chemistry. So there are so many things which we need to look at. So you can't look at simply at numbers actually. ROIs is very easy to measure. But you can't measure the, as I told you, you can't measure the souls of the people because that requires a lot of maturity actually and mental maturity rather, or maybe leadership maturity to look at people at from that very angle. It's very easy to what I call measure the numbers, measure the cash, measure the money. That's what it is. Yeah,
That is actually that's a consultant way to do it. Maybe
yeah,
it does not really help organizations because
yeah, yeah.
you are as you are hard tested professional. If you are saying that, that means that makes sense. So there is a question from Faisal Ziauddin. He said, "Dear Sharath, do you think organizational hierarchy is there to stay?" So he's talking about how the what is the future of organizational hierarchy.
Hierarchy. Okay.
So
See,
you
hierarchy
take
is
the
going to
answer that.
stay. Yeah, hierarchy is going to stay. But there is something called you see that you might be talking about vertical hierarchy, I suppose. See, that is going to stay, but it doesn't because more it gets flattened, more it gets horizontal, then it works actually. And in the days to come, because I don't know what is his age, the person who has asked me, tomorrow, means in the days to come, in the next decade, we will have a what you call we will have a global workforce which is around 65% of the people will be from Gen Z and Gen Alpha in the global workforce in the next decade. I'm talking about we just entered the decade 26 to next 35, 2026 to 35. The next global workforce will have some 65% all over the world. I'm talking about all over the world, which will have Gen Z and the Gen Alpha. Gen Z, of course, I'm sure everybody knows all the people who are born after 19 from 1996 to 2012, and from 2013 to next another 15 years, Gen Alpha is going to come very soon. They'll be entering the workforce. So for in India per se, specifically for India, I was talking about globally. India's per se, you will have 70% of your global workforce from Gen Z and Alpha in the next decade. Next, remaining 20% will be from millennials, and then and next, of course, it can be millennials and X and Y, 15 and 10 to 25% like that, and baby boomers might be around 3 to 4%. So why coming to this question, what Faisal has just asked, why I'm telling you this about this, in the days to come, if organization hierarchy they stays there or not is not the question. The organization has to think whether our hierarchy is tuned to or aligned to the this workforce. And let me tell you very clearly, our Gen Z and Gen Alpha, they don't bother about hierarchies at all.
Hierarchies. They
They
don't
don't
care.
bother. They don't care. They don't care. So whether it is up to the organizations whether to you have to keep the hierarchy or don't want to keep the hierarchy, because 70% of your workforce is going to be Gen Z and Alpha, and they're not bothered about whether what you are, whether you are a CEO or a board member or
They
a
don't care.
GM or a VP or a senior VP, whatever it is. So for them, it's everybody is same.
I think change is
They,
required from the not from the Gen Z. Change is required from the
yeah,
leaders.
yes, that's what I'm saying. And in LinkedIn, I would have written some multiple articles on Gen Z, how we have to handle them in terms of allocation of the capital allocation, how the market is shifting because of the Gen Z. So his question is very what you call very futuristic, of course, but is actually very practical also. So I say organizations whether they want to keep hierarchy for the sake of keeping, it's up to us. It's up to them. Otherwise, they will be doomed actually if they don't listen to your 70% of your workforce. Because you will have only 20 to 30% of your workforce among millennials and X and Y generation. So who are listening to all these years. So don't expect that whatever was happening all these years is going to repeat. It's not going to repeat. So we
Hierarchy
have to
is
be very
going
clear.
to, yeah, hierarchy is going to stay, but how that hierarchy fits into
uh,
Gen Z and Alpha.
Gen Z's tuning. Yeah, Gen Z's
You're right.
mindset. You have to get into the wavelength of Gen Z's mindset. You have to be in the frequency. Your frequency has to match to Gen Z's frequency.
You're
Otherwise,
right,
they're
sir.
not going to bother. I'll give you a
You're
very good
right.
example, sir. How Gen Z is today. How Gen Z looks at what you call careers. I'll give you a very good classic example.
Mhm.
One of my very very close friends of mine, and he happens to be a colleague, and he is worked in. He was a HR for PSU, public sector unit. That PSU is a major oil refinery in India, one of the oil
Mhm.
refineries in India, based in Assam.
Mhm.
He was a HR head. So he told us a very means what Gen Z looks like. It's a classic example of how a Gen Z thinks.
Mhm.
He told me that Sharath, one of my employee, after and of course getting a job in a PSU at a very young age, it's like a dream come true for many, right? For
Correct.
anybody. Public sector unit is like getting a typical government
Correct. Correct.
job, and that too at a very young age, and then to these are and that too doing a Navaratna and getting
Mhm.
a job in a Navaratna, it's like a dream job. So after nearly once one employee joined him, one youngster joined him, and he said after 1 year, not a year, just he completed just 1 year, 1 year, 12 months or something, 1 year, 2 months or something like that, and he said that sir, I'm leaving this company.
Mhm.
So he said, my HR he was thinking that why you are leaving? He thought he might be getting some good offers in some other place. He said, no,
Mhm.
no, no, son, I'm not going for any other company. I want to start a band, musical band. I want to start a musical band. That was his priority. He said, I don't want to get into this rigmarole of this kind of stuff every day. But he said, but will that band fetch you money and all that? So money
They
is
don't
not.
care.
They don't bother. They don't
They
bother.
don't care.
They don't care. You can't buy them because of money or something like that, for some incentive or some this thing. So their way of looking at things are very different. So why
Different.
I'm giving you this example is a classic example how Gen Z is going to influence your all decisions, whether it is
Mm.
strategy, whether it is marketing, whether it is HR, whether it is finance, means it's capital allocation, everything. I have written multiple articles on LinkedIn on these. So it's like his question is very valid actually. So
So there.
uh,
Mhm. So there
yeah,
are few questions. Uh, Atif, how can leaders be helped to see their blind spots, and how can teams inspire that self-reflection? So this was a question.
by Atif Tufail, he's from
So I'll just
Pakistan, I
repeat the
think.
question. How can leaders be helped to see their blind spots, and how can teams inspire that self-reflection? Then how can leaders see their blind spots?
Okay,
Okay.
how can leaders do self-reflection on themselves?
Self.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
The self.
Okay, self-introspection he is talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, if they don't self-introspect, it's up to them. It's like a health hazard. Because if you start feeling the day, it's like a mirror. The next generation is a mirror. The coming generation, just now I talked about Gen Z and Gen Alpha. They are like mirror to you.
Correct. Correct.
Just like you stand before the mirror will, as they say, दर्पण कभी झूठ नहीं बोलता. In Hindi we say, आईना कभी झूठ नहीं बोलता और दर्पण कभी झूठ नहीं बोलता. It will give you a very honest assessment of yourself. If you want to see yourself how good you are, you please be very what do you call, you please be get assessed with your Gen Z and Gen Alpha workforce. They will give you honest assessment of yours. They will not be like Gen X and Gen Y. Even if they didn't like you, they will say all compliments about you.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
that's the easy introspection formula I'm giving you. That's the
Sir,
most easiest introspection formula.
I
You
totally
don't have
agree,
to
sir.
look at anybody else. If you are having, see, I'll tell you, every family has a Gen Z in their house. I have a Gen Z in my house, so I know how my son behaves. I'll tell you a very good example of my son himself. When I realized myself and my spouse, we were very what you call looking at my son as the way his attitude and all that. and way he talks to us, and way means responds to us, we thought he has got some kind of a disorder, some kind of a mental disorder. So, and of course, because of my own, because I keep going to a lot of MBA colleges and engineering colleges for sessions and all. So when I realized after some 10, 15 sessions, when I saw all the guys who are of his age, they were all same actually like my son. They were all behaving like the same. Whether it is male or female, it doesn't matter. They're all same. So then I realized that the whole their way of looking at things is very different. And unless they feel something, you are tuned to their frequency and wavelength, they will not speak to you.
They will not speak. Yeah.
They will keep things, and you don't even understand their language. Frankly,
Actually, they don't care.
they don't care,
Okay, if you are talking, yeah.
and they will not
And
tell
actually,
you.
sir, I totally agree with you that earlier when a CEO comes, when we were new, so it was people
Yeah,
were feeling very shy to talk on kind. Now,
yes, yes.
Gen Z people they don't care. The CEO
They
or
don't
president
care.
or whoever, no, they talk their mind.
They
Okay.
will say, they will tell whatever they are in the mind. They will not fear. They don't have any fear. They will be very clearly, very honest. That's the simple formula I'm giving. That if you want to introspect, the organization has to introspect. You need to talk to your Gen Z workforce every day. Talk to
That's
your,
great.
have a communication channel open up. Otherwise, they themselves will come to you. That's another issue. But that will be very late. But it's
Yeah, yeah.
better you talk to them that what is happening in your company, whether it is good, bad, ugly, or excellent, whatever it is, they will tell you on your face. And let
Great,
me tell
great, sir.
you, their assessment of things is very good. Their assessment of their observations, their exposure to life, their exposure to the world, their exposure to the whole ecosystem is very good,
Very good. Mhm.
extremely good, and we should believe in that. And we should not have this feeling that we are 30 years of corporate experience or 40 years of corporate experience, so we are at a pedestal, we are sitting at some kind of this thing. That ego has to go.
Mhm.
That ego, that everything, whatever you have to be a learner from Gen Z if you want to survive the next decade. That's the
Fantastic.
what you call that's the what you call
Mhm.
the what you
Mantra.
call if the organization philosophy people need to look at.
Fantastic, sir. There are a couple of questions. Atif again made a statement, probably it's correct. Gen Z is getting sponsorship from their parents. That is why they are not bothered about the money. Yeah, that could be reason. Yes.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
That is
To an
true.
extent, that is true. I understand. I do agree because I know Atif very well. He is from Pakistan. I know he's a senior guy, and I know him very well, and I do agree with him. It's very true. They don't bother about money because they don't understand the value of money, because they come from an environment where they didn't know. Because I was telling the other day, I think I was telling Jyoti or somebody, I think one of the mentees, because I am mentor to many students, Senzi and all, because on a daily basis I meet them. So I was
Mhm.
telling them that when I told them that in our days there was no what you call lavatories, there was no mobile phones, there was no internet, there was no we used to drink water from the tap, from the local, anywhere in the road or something like that easily.
Mhm.
And today you buy water from a means you have to buy water also to get a distill this thing. So they were very surprised. Then for all this, it was something very outlandish for them. So it was something they were sir, we can't believe that you can drink water from the tap. Yeah, I said, yeah, we used to drink water from the railway stations also, but today you don't find a railway station with a tap. You only
No.
find means Bisleri water, whatever is water we have, all the brands in terms of. So
Tap
for
water.
them, yeah, that's the kind of
Tap
what you
water
call.
was everybody was. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Tap
that's the
water is.
kind of environment they have been brought up. So we can't blame them, actually. Frankly, we can't blame them.
That's a change. Yeah.
It's a
Right,
change.
sir. Yeah. Sir, just to come to the our main topic. So, what is your key suggestions for mid-size units, manufacturing or any other service units? Because larger
I'll give
companies,
it.
yes, they have the
Yeah, and
knowledge.
whether it
Mid-size
is
company.
manufacturing. So my advice is for everybody. Actually, it's general. Actually, I keep telling you in all my sessions across organizations and even all MSMEs or top organizations also. I keep telling them this fundamental advice to everybody. If you people remember this, they will do very well. And we have done that actually, being a AI enabled, MLM enabled company also. So whatever we are today, because of we have believed in the generation. So I give
Mhm.
you very good advice. My advice is very simple. People, especially in most of the startups, what I see, because I'm a mentor to many startups also. What I see is that they get very what I call very fond of technology. They feel that if they have technology, it doesn't matter whether they have good people, bad people, whatever it might. People will come and go, so it doesn't matter for them. So I told them very clearly, technology is only enabler. Technology is only enabler. Culture is the multiplier. Strategy and people are your differentiators. If you understand this formula, then nobody is going to stop you.
Mhm.
But if you do reverse it, then it's a different problem. Then you create a problem for yourself. Technology will take it to it's only enables. Don't
Enable.
make it, yeah. Don't make it something which will do everything for you. Just like we are in the AI era,
Mhm.
even if in the AI era also,
Mhm.
human judgment makes more important. Human intelligence is the most important than artificial intelligence. At the end of the day, human has to give the prompt.
Mhm.
AI will take the prompt to the next level. That's a different issue. But the initial prompt has to be given by human only.
Correct, correct.
So human intelligence is the best, is always best than AI. And just to add, I think Miss Simon, you are asking this question to Miss Simon also. She yeah, about whether AI will take your jobs or not. This is generally people ask me also.
Correct, correct.
I keep telling them that AI now will not take your job, but somebody who knows AI will take your job.
Yeah. That is
So
correct.
yeah, it doesn't matter whether, see, generation Z and Gen Alpha will anyway be trained in AI. They will be
Yeah,
far better
they are by
than us.
default. They are
They are
A
by
default.
default.
Yeah.
But the problem will be exist with X and Y, both the X and Y generation, that they feel that whatever they have, whatever knowledge they have, that's enough. That's not enough. You have to learn AI. If you learn AI, then only you will understand what is marketing in AI, what is HR in AI, what is strategy in AI, what is
Correct, correct,
organization in AI, what is L&D in AI. You have to learn. You have to understand. And let me
correct.
tell you, you have to, without any ego, you have to understand. You have to learn from your Gen Z workforce. That is
And you
what
have to
is.
catch up.
You have to
Mhm.
catch up. And as I told you once again, I'm telling you, technology is only enabler. Culture is the multiplier. Strategy and people will be the differentiator. See, at the end of the day, it's all about people.
Super, sir. I note it down. Okay, technology is an enabler, culture is a multiplier, strategy and people are differentiator. I think
Yeah,
it's a great takeaway. It's a really, you need to have a good business strategy in place and good people.
and
Then,
I'm not, sir. I'm not saying this out of some kind of a, because I'm sitting on a some kind of a seminar or a webinar kind of a thing. This is all lived up. All this is all lived up
yeah,
experiences which I'm telling you
you,
out of, because running a startup teaches you a lot. It's been a 16 years for me now, and we have a bench strength now. We have created a bench strength for last 16 years. Now I'm executive director at that particular, where I started as a small founder, and I was running around the entire here and where in the entire country, just being three people across. And the best part is, that I told you in my PowerPoint also, is that we didn't nobody has left us in our company till today.
super, sir. That is something amazing.
That is zero
Amazing.
attrition.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Amazing. Amazing.
So
Great point, sir. Mhm.
whatever I told you, it's all lived up experiences. Nothing from the
I
book.
really,
Nothing
it's
from
a
the book.
really very, listening to you is really very helpful and also it's eye opener. Okay, so I was, yeah, I had a different viewpoint on the Gen Z. I know it is important, but when you tell that you look to Gen Z to have a something like a mirror, that is something amazing. Okay, I think that's the future. So don't
That is a
forget
no,
about
see,
all
we
your
may not like it.
yeah,
From a coming from a XY generation, we may not like it. We may not
correct,
like it, but you have to come to terms with it. You have to come to
super,
terms with it if you want to if you want to build a legacy. If you just want to build an organization, it might go down. See, last I think, if I tell you of the history of the whole business, actually, from 60s onwards, if you take all the companies which are born from 60 to 70, 1960 to 1975 rather, they're all shelf life was 100 years, nearly 100 years. From 80s onwards, from 80s to 2000, the most of the shelf life has gone down to from 60 to 30 years.
correct, correct, correct.
From 90s, I think, in some 80s to 90s rather. From
Mm.
90s to 2000, the shelf life has gone down to 15 years. And from 2000, the shelf life has gone down to 8 to 10 years.
Correct, 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 correct.
So, how things are moving. So, otherwise,
Mm.
if you don't understand the workforce, where they are coming from, what kind of what is the ecosystem they are coming from, what is the background they are coming from, where they are studying, and one more thing I want to add: in the days to come, Ivy leagues are going to we will not have any value. Actually, frankly speaking, they will not have any value. In my own company, I don't take anybody from Ivy leagues. I can't afford them. That's a different issue. But even if I can afford them, I can't take them because that see the resilience factor is very important these days. The way we are going, if we look at people from rural backgrounds where resilience is very high, loyalty is very high.
Mm.
That you don't find in generally Ivy
Commitment.
League people. Yeah,
Mm.
commitment is very high.
So true, sir. So true with us. Yeah, I totally echo what you have said it, and I really liked it. Yeah, thank you for a wonderful session, Mr. Sharath Kumar. And I think we need to have one talk show only talk about how to reflect on Gen Z. Maybe we'll
Yes,
find some time.
I can
We'll,
I can go on and on for a day actually.
yeah, we will talk sometime. We will have a session for that.
Yeah, we can have a
I
podcast. We can have a podcast or a
yeah,
talk show, chat
yeah.
show, whatever it is.
Yeah, we will have some talk show on that. So we don't, without any PPT, we'll have a talk show.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Maybe we bring one or two Gen Z also into
Yeah,
the
so
talk
we
show.
can, we
So let
can,
us
we
do
can,
that.
we should actually, we should
Let us
have
do that,
actually.
sir. Let us do that, sir. So thank you very much for a wonderful lecture. It's very
Thank you,
insightful.
thank you.
I really enjoyed. I just take a note of technology is enabler and culture is a
Culture is a
multiplier,
multiplier.
and then the differentiator is the strategy and people.
People,
Wonderful.
yes,
Very
yes,
insightful.
yes.
Thank you very much, and have a great session. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks a
Thank you.
lot. Thanks for the session.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for
And look
inviting
forward
me.
to meet you again sometime. Yeah.
Sure, sure, sure. Always welcome.
Thank you,
Anytime,
sir.
anytime.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. I will be very happy to do that. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause to Mr. Sharath Kumar. I really enjoyed myself, because I was talking to one Gen Z, and then the way they think is completely echoing with Mr. What Sharath is talking about. Fantastic. So, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Let us continue.